Alright, so this is Victor at RestoreMercedes.com. This is another part for Randy in Pennsylvania. Okay, Randy, so what do we have here? So I removed both throttle bodies. I tightened up this connector because it was all loose. Little brackets over here are missing, but it's not very principal. It should be okay without it. And these wiring right here, that's the mass airflow sensor wires. As well, you already know about those. So that one I took out the valve, although it was upside down, but at least it was connected into the right orientation. But obviously I have to deal with this because this valve's supposed to sit like this. So this is the engine side, so this pipe's supposed to go here. I don't know, like, I mean, I can flip it and whatever, I'll figure this out. It's not a big deal. And don't mind these little things. I mean, that's just the way they are. The primary throttle body is removed as well. Now, so that's that. Here, this is another little piece that is a retainer for throttle body connector. Again, it's not super principal. They will remain in place once you have that orange O-ring. And one of them, well, we'll get to throttle bodies in a second. The lower engine harness, as you see, that is the part of it. And as you can see, that's also shorting out. That's the oil pressure sensor right there. Those wires are touching. I mean, that's something to be dealt with because that's not good. Now, real quick, it was bothering me a lot with the central locking, so I just did the pump real quick because it's very annoying to open everything with the key and lock everything with the key. So I did the pump. Because before it would burn up. So now the only problem that I had with the pump, and it's not really the pump problem, it's that because of the subwoofer situation, and I don't know what happened there is a lock over here, right? It's supposed to lock and unlock, so it's leaking. So what I did is I just shut down the internal locks, internal vehicle locks. So internal locks consist of this lock right here, another one on the other side. You have the ashtray and the cassette to be locked, and the center console lock, pocket locks on both sides, and telephone lock. I mean, really, it's like, I don't know if this is really something that's that important, to be honest with you. In my own 500 SL, I shut them down because of internal leaks. Some pockets are leaking, and then one actuator goes after another, so we don't want to burn the pump, so we might as well just have the external locks to work. Door locks, trunk, more importantly than those. And I also shut down lumbar support, so that is something that is not going to cycle when the vehicle is running. So vacuum seems to hold. So if you lock it, now I see the red light blinked, so that's good. And trunk locks, passenger door locks. So I'll unlock it. Oh yeah, the gas cap too, by the way. That also works. That's actually good. None of them are leaking. See, now I can open the trunk. Perfectly fine. And same for the driver's door. So that I had to do, unfortunately, because it was really annoying. So let's go down to throttle bodies, because Egas module I repaired. Now this throttle body, this is a rebuilt unit, because you see this is not original outer shield, and then also you can see a cut line. So I'm gonna open it up just to double check, just in case, unless you want to mail it back. But looking at the state, I mean, I'm sure it's been on the car for a while, so I don't think you can return it anymore, because this is pre-oxidized. So what I'm thinking is I'm leaving this the way it is, just gonna clean it up, check internals, make sure nothing is bad. Then I'll have to do this one, because this way, I don't know, man, this doesn't look really promising to me. One unfortunate thing is that the connector here, there's only the inner shell. The outer shell is missing. It's just that this shell, so I don't know how exactly it was done, because, well, it's gonna work, okay? It's just like I don't like it like that. I mean, you'd rather have it clamped into the outer shell, so the outer shell fits in. On the other hand, unfortunately, I just don't have these connectors. These are the price of gold. I mean, everybody tried to fix these and they break them. So there's only like right way of, well, at least I have my own way of taking these apart without damage. But this one, at least the inner shell is good, so we're good there. So same story appears to be here. So they just, but this doesn't even have the O-ring on it. So that is that. So this is what we're gonna do. I mean, I'm gonna take care of the throttle bodies because now the Egas module is working. We cannot really risk it anymore because that was quite a repair. It took me a while to get it done. So once these throttles and Egas modules are back on the vehicle, then I can move on to other things. Lower harness, mass airflow sensors. Oh, mass airflow sensor, that's right. Let me show you something's going on with that. That's actually a good point because, let's see. Oops, I locked it, I guess. Oh, it's opened up. Okay, now mass airflow sensor problems. There's two of them. And one of them, this one is destroyed. There is nothing left. You see, there's supposed to be a, you know, a thing. Why is it not? Okay, so here's something like that on the black background. You can probably see there is nothing there, just the chimney. And let's look on the other one. Actually, we just can put them together like such. You can see the difference. As you can see, the one on the right has that little thin wire in between four posts. The one on the left has posts, but no wires. And also, they both are missing their shields. They're supposed to be screens, like nets. And they both are missing them. That's not good because it protects the wire, and that is like platinum wire that measures the amount of air when it gets heated, and then there's a sensor, and it's a very complicated device, so sensitive as hell. So therefore, you know, I don't know what happened, but the one that came off the passenger side does not have that wire. You see, it's missing all along. This one has it. Now I think we can still buy screens. The wire is not replaceable. Once it's broken, it's broken. So another mass airflow sensor needs to be used. I think I do have a good working one. I'm not sure. I have to double check. I might have one V12 mass airflow of another car that had actually similar mileage. It has like about 87,000 or 97,000. So yours is 95, so that they're gonna correlate pretty nicely. So that's the situation with mass airflows. The passenger side boot is very hard, but it's not broken, so I can still reuse it. Driver side boots seem to be replacement boot because it's soft, so I think that it was replaced at some point in time. Right, so that's the pump right there. So I put it together. Now this is the internal locks. It's disconnected, and I put the plug in there. If you wish to ever fix it, and if you want me to fix it, I can do it. This is the port. This is gonna be, you know, this is pretty much obvious. You see how it looks. It looks like a little plug. Somebody already plugged it up, but this was here, so I just pulled it out from here, put it there. These ports are deactivated internally, so nothing to worry about this being open. I do not want to plug this in. I just want to leave it loose, so you know this is for internal locks. So that's why I want to leave it like that. So should that need to be repaired, you know exactly where it goes. A loose hose and weird looking plug. So that's where they would match up, I guess, married together. So that's why I did so. And this is emergency gas cap release. As you can see, you can release the gas cap if it fails. Okay, so this is another like 10-minute video, so that's about all I wanted to cover. Next thing will be is to take care of both throttles, make sure they're all good before I put everything together, and Egas module back in this vehicle, because that's important. And then after that, I think lower harness, mass airflow, just to get those done, and mass airflow sensor itself, because without the sensor, obviously computer will not know how much air is entering the engine. So that must be working for optimal performance. Otherwise, it's you know, it's pointless to do anything if the sensor is dead. Okay, so I'll wrap this up, and this is going to be all. This is Victor at RestoreMercedes.com. Thank you for watching.